small steps on the part of the administration. He would never fight for the United States, he said. Even being in the same room with Kennedy and having a conversation that he felt was oriented around accommodation made him want to throw up. Some of the celebrities supported Smith's perspective. Hansberry walked out when Kennedy sought to dismiss what Smith said as unpatriotic, and any common ground was hard to find amidst threats of vomiting and countercharges of disloyalty. The curtain rises. From the mid-1950s into the early 1960s, activism that had been evident for decades among African Americans escalated into more visible and sustained struggles for Black freedom. It is difficult to date when the civil rights movement started, and in fact, the word movement is itself potentially misleading, given how many strands were braided together in struggles for Black freedom that developed over a long period of time and across regional and national boundaries. The familiar opposition between nonviolent interracial activism, ostensibly based in the South, and separatist radicalism, ostensibly based in the North, does not begin to capture what was in reality overlapping sets of strategies and organizers. In varied coalitions, ordinary people with no prior connection to social movements, as well as leaders and grassroots activists, all generated activism that was energizing and mutually reinforcing, affecting people across generations and borders. Culture was a key battleground in the civil rights movement. Had that not been the case, Robert Kennedy would never have taken comedian Dick Gregory's advice to meet with Baldwin, Horne, and other Black celebrities. In 1962, Lorraine Hansberry issued a challenge to artists. She declared that people who worked in the entertainment and culture industries needed to paint, sing, and write about civil rights. While many artists, singers, and writers would heed Hansberry's call in the years to come, many other performers were already involved in struggles for Black freedom and had been for some time. There were those who chose to affiliate directly and publicly. Harry Belafonte's hit songs such as Day-O and Jamaica Farewell did not speak directly to civil rights issues in the ways that We Shall Overcome did. But at least from the time of the Montgomery bus boycott in 1956 onward, he performed on behalf of civil rights organizations, raised funds from other entertainers, strategized with full-time organizers, and provided essential financial support for events and for Martin Luther King Jr. personally. As an activist entertainer, Belafonte and others, including Dick Gregory and actors Ossie Davis and Ruby Dee, put their popularity on the line by consistently identifying with Black activism in the 1960s. The SNCC Freedom Singers were protesters and performers. They used music and song, with titles like Fighting for My Rights and I Love Your Dog, I Love My Dog, to carry their explicit message of protest from the jails in Albany, Georgia in 1961 to the Newport Folk Festival in 1963, fundraising and educating along the way. As Freedom Singer member, scholar, and activist Bernice Johnson Reagan subsequently observed, civil rights freedom struggles revealed culture to be not luxury, not leisure, not entertainment, but the lifeblood of a community. Other entertainers supported Black freedom struggles in less direct ways. Sam Cooke, for example, saying that a change is going to come in his 1964 song by that name, but did not identify with or perform on behalf of civil rights organizations. Another singer, Martha Reeves, repeatedly claimed that she had never intended Dancing in the Street to have anything to do with the violence that occurred in numerous northern cities after the song's release in 1964. My Lord, it was a party song, she later said. Still, Reeves could not control the ways that many consumers made sense of the song as having everything to do with Black urban protest. With a spectrum of involvement and performance strategies, these and many other entertainers helped to make the civil rights movement meaningful to people around the world. A multitude of people never marched or boycotted, but they encountered and responded to the politics of Black activism when they